what training do I need to drive a truck? So before we can look at what training you require, we first need to establish which license you want to gain. Assuming that you already have your car license, you will be looking to gain one or more of the following vocational license categories. For all of these categories, you will need to be at least 18 years old. Category C1. This is a rigid vehicle of up to 7.5 tonnes. Common examples of this type of vehicle are ambulances, horse boxes and skip wagons. Category C. This is a rigid vehicle of up to 32 tonnes. This covers a huge range of vehicles on the road, from a 10-tonne scaffolding wagon to a 32-tonne tipper truck. Category C+E, the holy grail of truck driving. These are articulated vehicles, meaning that the driver cab, known as the tractor unit, can hook up and pull any trailer. So now that you have an idea of what sort of vehicles that you could be driving, let's take a look at what training you need. So if you remember back to when you gained your car license, depending on how old you are, you probably had to take the following steps: apply for provisional, pass theory test, pass hazard perception test, take driving lessons, and then finally pass your practical driving test. Well, the good news is that the process for Category C1 and Category C licenses are pretty much the same, with a few small differences. To get your provisional entitlement, you must first pass a medical. To drive for a job, you also need a CPC, which means Certificate of Professional Competence. This includes 2 extra exams, 1 theory and 1 practical. The initial CPC Module 2 case study test and the initial CPC Module 4 practical test. One thing that is important to understand is the way in which the vocational licensing system works. You must first have your Category B, your car license. Then you have a choice, and what you choose should be decided by what you ultimately want to do with these licenses. You can undertake your C1 license, which will allow you to drive all vehicles up to 7.5 tonnes. Or, alternatively, you can undertake your Category C training, which, once you've passed, will allow you to drive all vehicles up to 32 tonnes. And now for the important bit. This will automatically give you your C1 license as well. And finally, let's take a look at the process for gaining your Category C+E license. The good news is that this is really simple, but there is one condition. You must already hold your Category C license in order to take your C+E test. As soon as you gain your Category C license, you are automatically granted your provisional for your Category C+E, and you don't need to take any tests other than your driving test. So the process is: take driving lessons and pass your practical driving test. The type of license you decide to go for obviously determines what sort of job you will be able to get.